Now a look at the picturesque views of the John Hunt Park here in Huntsville, Alabama. Our third match of the day between the 8 seed Stephen F. Austin, who've already played today, the 2 seed Charleston. And now we welcome you here courtside at the John Hunt Sand Volleyball Complex. She's Shelby Coppage, and I'm Noah Frary. Shelby, I just mentioned it, Stephen F. Austin, they've already played today. What can we expect from College of Charleston?
College of Charleston's coming in with fresh legs. SFA has momentum, already played today, but Charleston has an up. That's scouting. They were able to come watch SFA, pick up on their reads, and be prepared for this flight right here, this duel. Things
will get interesting here in Huntsville, Alabama. We've already seen a couple of great matches today. We take a look at our pairs for this latest duel. Kyra Thompson and Gabby Bailey at the ones for College of Charleston. Hannah Ogden, Madison Morrow, they picked up a big win earlier in the day to get Stephen F. Austin further in the elimination bracket. So many great pairings here today, so many stories to tell, and let's start with the ones here today. Live looking at these ones pairings, Kyra Thompson and Gabby Bailey of College of Charleston. Neither of them were able to finish their matches yesterday. Both were incomplete. We only played to completion as opposed to playing all 5 flights out yesterday due to impending weather. Meanwhile, on the other side, Madison Morrow and Hannah Ogden, they picked up that big win versus UNC Wilmington's Lapata and Sharkey earlier in the day, winning in 3 sets.
And if I'm College of Charleston, Thompson and Bailey, I'm looking at Ogden and Morrow's aggressiveness and placement. Both Ogden and Morrow are really good at spreading that ball around.
A big win, a gutsy win for the freshman pairing of Madison Morrow and Hannah Ogden earlier today. They were going up against a seasoned veteran in Sharkey of UNC Wilmington, as well as the conference's freshman of the year, and Gabby Lapata. 3 apiece here early on at the ones. There's Morrow, cut it around the block, and Gabby Bailey responds. A point there for College of Charleston as they take the lead at the first court change. Again, new to the game of beach volleyball. At 7 points, these players will change sides to try to negate some of the changes from changing weather. Gabby Bailey into the net. And so Stephen F. Austin and Charleston knotted at 4 here. Madison Morrow, the freshman out of Hazlet, Texas, a big-time performance earlier in the day. This one's pairing for Stephen F. Austin, 1-1 at the tournament after an opening flight loss to the Ferrari sisters of Georgia State. A big play there by Hannah Ogden for the point.
And Hannah Ogden and Morrow, the true freshman pairing, someone Alex Luna said is detrimental to their team.
So here's Hannah Ogden, back to serve, and that one goes just long. Look at Gabby Bailey, that was perfect positioning. Ooh. There's Kyra Thompson there. She wears the number 6 in the black jerseys for College of Charleston. She wears 30 in some of their other color jerseys. There's Madison Morrow, works around the block of Bailey and picks up the point. Tied back at 6. Firm serve there, dug out by Thompson. Bailey flips it over. Racing over is Ogden. Somehow got that one across. CFC keeps coming. Here's Morrow, just long.
Morrow just long, but great digs by her. And one with the hands above the face, but the one that stood out to me was that platform dig. She really stopped the ball coming in hard from Charleston, was able to direct it back to the middle.
Now Gabby Bailey back to serve and into the netting. So tied at 7 here early on at the ones as they switch sides. Competitive at the ones between Stephen F. Austin and College of Charleston. Neither team able to gain any separation yet.
And we talked about how SFA's already played today. That can be an advantage and disadvantage. Advantage because these two already have the rhythm going. Ogden and Morrow doing great job at shot selection. Disadvantage because Charleston is fully rested. It's really hard to come back and play just as hard as you did that first flight.
Setting up Gabby Bailey, goes off the hands of Ogden. That one sails out.
A nice hit by Bailey. Damian Elder said she's one of the best crossover players he's had, and she's improved in ways that coaches really appreciate. And one of those is staying aggressive and be able to read across the net.
Kiera Thompson, the senior out of Greenville, South Carolina, back to serve and goes just long. We've seen this College of Charleston pairing a couple of long serves early on. Shelby, what's that tell you?
Aggressiveness. Charleston's really coming for SFA from the get-go and trying to get them out of system, which means contact over the net on the second ball usually.
Ooh. Morrow couldn't get that one to roll over the tape. Neither team able to separate themselves early on at the ones. And another long serve, this time from Gabby Bailey.
And you can hear Ogden bringing the energy. Morrow was a little frustrated. She missed the serve, but now we see Ogden with the serve, trying to bring that momentum back to her teammate.
Skyball serve there from Hannah Ogden. Bailey taps it over, finds open sand. Short serve there from Thompson.
Nice pass.
Here's Morrow. Good up from Bailey. Now cuts it cross court.
Great play from Bailey. It started with that great pass to Kiera Thompson. Bailey able to cut that ball. A little awkward set, but she still went with it and went for that line.
So next point would take us to a technical timeout, and Stephen F. Austin has found the line, and that will take us to our first stoppage at the ones. Neither team able to separate themselves after 21 points. It's College of Charleston in the lead, 11-10 at the ones. The right-hand portion of your screen.
A good try from Charleston, trying to find that matchup between Bailey and Ogden. Bailey not able to time that ball enough and press the ball. Lumberjacks doing a really good job at using the hands as a tool.
College of Charleston trying to hang on at the ones. They've led throughout the majority of this first set. Here's Hannah Ogden back to serve. Thompson locates Bailey, rolls that over, and College of Charleston takes a set at the ones. Now all eyes turn to the fives where Stephen F. Austin has. It's taking place over at the ones pairing where we saw College of Charleston take that opening set. We're going to jump over to the twos now, right-hand portion of your screen.
A good try from Charleston, trying to find that matchup between Bailey and Ogden. Bailey not able to time that ball enough and press the ball. Lumberjacks doing a really good job at using the hands as a tool.
College of Charleston trying to hang on at the ones. They've led throughout the majority of this first set. Here's Hannah Ogden back to serve. Thompson locates Bailey, rolls that over, and College of Charleston takes a set at the ones. Now all eyes turn to the fives. We're Stephen in a hurry. We'll go back over to the ones where College of Charleston took the first set 21-17, but Stephen F. Austin off to a strong start here in the second set. Gabby Bailey goes right at the moving Hannah Ogden and finds open sand. Bailey back to serve and into the netting. We've seen her do that 3 or 4 times so far in this duel.
And Bailey with the air, it might be part of her approach. Maybe if you're missing your serve over and over, maybe go to just a standing one. At least for one serve, get it over and then get the confidence back, then go back to your jump.
How big of a deal does confidence play when you're serving indoor or outdoor?
Well, confidence is everything, but an outdoor, it's harder because it's just harder to get a good toss, a good footwork just because of the sand. So it's just a different, altogether type serve.
Thompson plays it back over quickly. Here comes Madison. Morrow cuts it across court and finds an opening.
Good job from Morrow. She saw Thompson commit to the left back. Morrow saw that, went for the right back. Thompson not able to adjust quickly enough in the sand.
Set adjustments there, and it feels like the Stephen F. Austin pairing has made some good adjustments heading into the second set.
And SFA is probably honestly tired right now. Ogden and Morrow were running around against Sharkey and her teammate that first flight we saw them play in. So that probably came in that first set a little bit.
High arcing serve from Hannah Ogden. Gabby Bailey has to chase after the bad pass, and that one goes out of play.
That ball wasn't anywhere close to Gabby Bailey, and you can take hitting errors, but if the ball's going to go 2 feet out, that's an error you just never want to take. Make SFA guess if it's in or out at least.
Good serve there from Ogden. Now Gabby Bailey punishes the sand.
Good job by Gabby Bailey. We saw her take that hitting error, and she forgot about it. She moved on to the next point, had the pass, and went with that strong hit. It was a pretty low set, so kind of took a page out of SFA's playbook and that fast tempo offense.
Kiera Thompson back to serve. Good attack there from Madison Morrow. Stephen F. Austin not backing down at the ones despite losing the first set today. This pairing of Madison Morrow and Hannah Ogden took a similar path to their win over Lapata and Sharkey earlier in the day, losing the first set before winning sets 2 and 3. So they've got experience coming from behind in this tournament. Bailey again into the net. That's 4 or 5 times, Shelby.
Yeah, no, at that point, I think if it was me, I'd probably just stay on the ground for one. Just get it over and in. Don't focus on taking anyone out of system. Just keep the ball in play.
It's like that old underhand serve when you're younger. You just get it in play, right?
Yeah, I forgot about the whole underhand serve. It's been a minute.
Look at Madison Morrow there, find openings. Were you ever an underhand server maybe in your younger days?
I think everyone was an underhand server when they first started. I think my first game was in 3rd or 4th grade. Oh, it's terrible. No one could get the ball over the net. The games were the worst. Practices were more fun because you could just play around with your friends.
Here's Hannah Ogden. Kiera Thompson, good dig there by Ogden. Oh, great roll shot, and Thompson flips some sand in frustration.
Talking about volleyball growing up, I think the transitional year that you can really tell who's talented, who's going to be good at volleyball is probably 7th grade, whether juniors or club. That's when players start to get really athletic, figure their body out. From then, you just take off. But 4th or 6th grade, it's just a wash. Don't even worry about it. Just go to practice.
Just have fun, right?
Just drop the kid off and let him be.
Here's Hannah Ogden with Stephen F. Austin leading by 6 at the ones. Gabby Bailey. Serving hasn't been great, but attacking, she's bringing a lot of offense.
Gabby Bailey, just look when she meets the ball in the air. How high she reaches, that initial contact is just so athletic.
Kiera Thompson back to serve for College of Charleston. That one bounces around, and somehow Stephen F. Austin is rewarded with the point.
Morrow is just unstoppable today. She's doing a good job at going those off-speed shots, going around the defense, making her opponent move.
The Lumberjacks with a lead at the ones. A quick look at the other courts, and College of Charleston has an advantage at the twos as well as the threes. The threes are interesting because Stephen F. Austin took that first set. That one ping-pongs over, and Stephen F. Austin going to record another point. Gabby Bailey unable to work underneath that.
And in the first position, Allie Hansen and CCSA All Academic Team Selection.
Madison Morrow back to serve. Here's Gabby Bailey. That one rolls off the net and out of play.
And Aaron Shank from LSU on court 6. The head coach of Grand Canyon is Mr. Morrow.
This turnaround for Stephen F. Austin here at the ones is impressive, Shelby.
I'm not surprised, though. Hannah Ogden and Maddie Morrow were those players that were doing everything right in their first flight, and now bringing that momentum back in against Charleston.
Gabby Bailey pushes that over. Great up there from SFA. Here comes Thompson, rolls it across. There's Morrow. Gets up and plants one. What a play there from Madison Morrow.
Madison Morrow again. How many times are we going to say her name? Her and Hannah Ogden, the true freshman pairing. In my opinion, one of the best pairs we've seen this tournament so far.
A 9-point advantage at the ones for Stephen F. Austin, trying to even it at a set apiece. Back to the ones now, where College of Charleston took the first set, but Stephen F. Austin, they flipped the script here in the second set. Shall be leading 14-7. They've done a nice job of responding after losing that opening set.
A second set looking completely different than the first, and that's what you expect from ones. I wouldn't expect this much of a difference in the second set, but I do expect a response.
So here's the freshman Hannah Ogden back to serve. Started her career in indoor at the high school level, has made the transition to beach, and now picks up a point. This pairing was interesting because they were actually paired together during their juniors days and then both ended up at Stephen F. Austin. Here comes Thompson looking down the line. He goes off the hands of Morrow.
And notice the read in Morrow. It looked like she was going to commit to the block. Realized Thompson was really off the net. Tried to run back in her base. If she would have gotten stopped and gotten her hand stopped, I think it would have been a good dig.
Gabby Bailey finding Thompson at the ones for the point. College of Charleston trying to battle back at the ones. Now in the upper right-hand corner of your screen at the fours, it was College of Charleston that won 21-18 there in the first set, but Stephen F. Austin leading 17-13 here late in the second set. So right now the Lumberjacks, Shelby, they're doing a nice job after losing some opening sets at bouncing back.
And that's what SFA has done across the tournament this whole time. I think that if they would have been playing like they're playing now, this fight, it would have been a different looking duel when they lost yesterday.
Yeah, we all know how tough that Georgia State team was, and they had all sorts of problems against them yesterday. But you're right, totally different team this time around as we see Stephen F. Austin pick up a crucial point at the ones, pushing closer to sending it to a third set. Stephen F. Austin continuing to lead at the fours, 18-14. That's that pairing of Kelly Johnson and Elena Amador taking on Sophie Vogel and Tinley Smeltzer.
Little momentum going for Charleston. You can see the emotions of these players, Thompson and Bailey, looking like they can get back in this. But the second SFA reaches 20, even 18, it's just so hard to come back from. I like the spirits, though, that we're seeing from Charleston.
Court switch at the ones on the fours. It's 18-15 right now. College of Charleston currently leading in the duel 1-0 over Stephen F. Austin. So SFA, they need a couple of pickups here, Shelby, or at least try to force some third sets in multiple of these flights.
The pressure is definitely on for SFA, and that's something that they've been used to and handling well today.
SFA just 2 points away from forcing a third set at the fours. They've already forced a third set at the twos, or rather threes. Really tight down at the 5s as well. That one could go either way. So action just heating up here. So live looking at the 1s. This one's huge for Stephen F. Austin. After losing the first set, they could knot this match up here. And at the 4s, it's College of Charleston that finds themselves currently in the lead. There's a good look at Damian Elder there in that upper right-hand corner of your screen. Shelby, do you think he's pleased with how his team has performed for College of Charleston today?
I think Damian Elder loved, let's go with the 1s. Loved the first set, not liking the second one. You never want to see a deficit. 8 points, especially from your 1s. So I think he definitely thinks there's room for improvement.
So that 4s pairing will be at set point in that upper right-hand corner of your screen. Kelly Johnson back to serve. Stephen F. Austin just a couple of points away at the 1s here as well. Kira Thompson trying to claw Charleston back into it. Here's Tinley Smeltzer at the 4s, rolls it over the netting. So College of Charleston hanging tough at the 4s, not backing down. Thompson back at the 1s with a good serve. Pushed over, there's Ogden. And SFA within 1 point of taking the second set at the 1s. And a mishandle there at the 4s by Kelly Johnson. Don't look now. Here comes Charleston at the 4s. A chance to tie and perhaps steal it at the 4s. Already leading the duels 1-0. Madison Morrow to serve at the 1s and into the netting. Here's Amador trying to end it. Can't at the 4s. Pushed over there by Vogel, still alive at the 4s. And Kelly Johnson ends it at the 4s for Stephen F. Austin. That's a big set victory there, hanging on at the 4s and forcing a third set. The 3s and the 4s all going to a third set. And now all eyes here on court 1, where Stephen F. Austin has these matches will decide the duel. Ooh. And an ace right there at the 1s for Madison Morrow, trying to battle back. It's 12-10 at the 1s.
Great hit, or excuse me, great serve by Madison Morrow. But if you're Charleston, get frustrated. That was right in the seam. Not one person had a hand on the ball, getting on the ground, trying to get a touch.
Amador with a great up at the 4s. Johnson keeps it alive, pushed over now by Amador. Action taking place at the 1s. Morrow rolled it off the netting, and there's Charleston with the bounce back. They lead 13-11.
Good answer by Gabby Bailey. Her coach said that she has the ability to switch gears from offense to defense. She's a very utility player.
A win could come in short order here for Damian Elder's squad. They're set up to win both of these remaining flights at the 1 and the 4s. Morrow trying to bring her team back. Huge swing at the 1s. SFA leads in the duels, but they need a win at one of these 2 remaining courts, and they're trailing in both matchups. Amador and Johnson at the 4s. Ogden and Morrow at the 1s. And we have match point for Charleston, or flight point rather, for Charleston at the 4s, leading 14-9. So if Charleston wins that, it would tie the duel, and then all eyes would turn to the 1s. Here's Gabby Bailey for Charleston at the 1s. The 4s battling. Great up and an over at the 4s. SFA has tied it at the 1s. Don't look now. This thing going down to the wire. College of Charleston has just won at the 4s, so the duel's tied. Look at everyone spread over here at the 1s. 13 apiece at the 1s. It's all coming down to this, the duel tied. So here's Bailey, finds Thompson. High off the block. Look at that play by Morrow to keep it alive. Thompson as Charleston keeps coming. Here's a look now for Ogden, and SFA has taken the lead. They now have dual point at the 1s. What a comeback at the 1s.
I can't say enough how impressed I am with Hannah Ogden and Madison Morrow. The fact that they're freshmen and played this freely, loosely, confidently, it's incredible to watch, and I'm sure Alex Luna is very pleased right now.
This match looked over moments ago, but SFA has stormed back. And after this timeout, they will have a serve to take the duel and advance in the tournament.
And what an answer from Charleston. That second set, 13-21, that's simply not good. To be at dual point tie, 13-14, that's incredible play from Thompson and Bailey.
What a comeback from this young freshman pairing. This is a pairing that the coaching staff is really excited about for the future. They didn't know what to expect from them at this tournament, being young freshmen. Shelby, they've grown up before our eyes in just 3 matches.
Literally. I think that these 3 duels, Noah, have probably done more for their growth in this entire season so far. Nothing compares to tournament play, and when you can come back from situations where you're down, especially these freshmen, when you have sophomores watching you and other freshmen watching you, that goes a long way.
This was a late season change for Alex Luna. This pair first paired together on March 31st. Could that singular decision be what pushes SFA further into the tournament? The winner of this match would play the winner of the ULM Southern mismatch to follow later in the day. The loser would see their season come to an end. It all comes down to this dual point here at the ones. The freshman pairing of Madison Morrow and Hannah Ogden trying to catapult their team forward. Thompson locates Bailey and it stays alive.
Beautiful hit by Gabby Bailey. Literally chasing that ball down, getting so far off the sand. Not only that, but making contact as high as possible in the air with the ball.
Kiera Thompson, she's been called the guard of this CFC program to serve. Here's Madison Morrow to give SFA the lead, and she does.
Madison Morrow, Alex Luna said, is one of the hardest hitters on our team. He said she's a classic young player. She's extremely physical, a true freshman.
So now they turn to Hannah Ogden, or Madison Morrow, rather, behind the service line to Ogden at the net. Morrow off the hands of Thompson, Bailey to chase. Here's Thompson, cuts it into the cross court. Morrow can end it, off the block, kept alive and pushed back over. What a play there by Ogden. That one goes out of play. We're retied at 15, and the SFA pairing doesn't like the call. You've got a senior pairing for CFC and a freshman pairing for SFA.
Great hustle by SFA, not going the way they wanted to, but that's what looks like staying in the moment in the play.
The Wiley veterans for College of Charleston, the new kids on the block for Stephen F. Austin. It all comes down to this. Tied at 15, third set, dual tied at 2. Gabby Bailey, who comes in as the all-time leader in winning percentage in program history, back to serve. Morrow chases. That one pushed over, and College of Charleston will have the lead. Can Gabby Bailey end it? She thought about not playing this year. Her teammate Kiera Thompson convinced her to play. That seems like that was the right decision. We're going to take a quick break here. A lot of action at the ones. This match coming down to this. College of Charleston has a 16-15 lead. We're in the third set. Final flight of this duel here between Stephen F. Austin and College of Charleston. On the one side for CFC, you had the winningest pairing in school history. On the other side, the young freshman trying to pull an upset. Gabby Bailey back to serve. Pass to Ogden, open sand, and she finds it. Retied at 16.
Hannah Ogden doing what Ogden does, which is find that spot, the hole in the open court, and her opponent doing a really great job of decision-making here today.
So Hannah Ogden now back to serve. New life for the SFA pairing. Off the hands of Bailey. Somehow that one got over. The wind really starting to pick up. Here's Morrow, just long.
Yeah, Noah, right in the middle of that play, the wind really just picked up, making that really hard for the defense to come. But great answer right here and a strong serve, but just right there. That's when the wind really picked up, especially Charleston able to stay in the play, but just not able to make anything happen for SFA.
So now Kiera Thompson back to serve. C of C, a chance to win it. They run the slide for Morrow through the block. Look at Thompson get underneath that one. Now rolled over. Ogden sets up Morrow. She's had a big day today, and it continues. The freshman not backing down.
We really could not have asked for a better set right here. SFA, the freshman, really just stepping up and looked not even nervous, getting that ball back on their side, just staying really aggressive. Ogden, Morrow, going for that corner shot.
Madison Morrow back to serve, rolled it off the tape. That one was dangerous. Here comes Thompson, tipped over, kept alive. Thompson coming right back with it. Short, Ogden underneath it. Morrow with the up. Ogden tipping for the back corner, kept alive by Gabby Bailey. Now they reset. Morrow, open sand, and SFA leads.
Wow.
Wow, this has been wild.
Great job by SFA. Again, Madison Morrow doing such a good job at picking on Charleston at the right front. Charleston made that read to the left, and Morrow made that easy decision to go for that front right.
This coaching staff of SFA had high hopes for this one pairing of Madison Morrow and Hannah Ogden. Shelby, I don't think they were expecting to get the performance that they've gotten here today.
I think Ogden and Morrow surprised themselves as well. And you can tell that Morrow looks a little tired, but they're not playing tired, Noah.
Playing in their second match of the day. They had to win just to get here. Here's Madison Morrow to serve. Off the hands of Bailey. SFA can win it here. Gabby Bailey says not yet. I don't think this one's going to end.
And Gabby Bailey, I really like her story. She wasn't going to play, owed it. She felt she owed it to her pairing Thompson. And look at what they've done. Incredible athletes.
Here's Bailey, just missed the netting. Setting up Morrow. Didn't get her best contact. Here comes Thompson. Actually, that one goes over the net. And there's Hannah Ogden to plant it back on CSC side. SFA leads again.
No, folks, this third set doesn't go to 21. It's just past 15. It's just that good of a set.
We've been at extra points for a while.
A minute.
Hannah Ogden back to serve. Thompson got underneath it. Bailey to Thompson.
Ooh.
And staying alive. Neither team backing down.
Nifty hit by Charleston.
There it is. You got
like
Nifty in there.
Noah? And great job by Bailey. It all starts with this pass, keeping it off the net enough to where she can decide where to go, and Thompson getting the kill.
Thompson serves. Swung for Morrow. That one finds sand. This freshman pairing is not going away. You might want to remember the names Madison Morrow and Hannah Ogden in the future. These freshmen looking like a potential pair of the year in the making in the future. Here's Morrow. Big serve. Bailey taps it over.
SFA coaches just looking frustrated over here. When's it going to end? But great job by Charleston. That was a really good serve. But Bailey making the decision to give that knuckleball and go right over, skid the net. Really good play by Charleston.
You can't be predictable at this time of a match, Shelby.
Well, I certainly can't predict what's going to happen. That's for sure.
So Gabby Bailey now back to serve.
And now we'll for sure have to go past 21 points.
Got to win by 2. Here comes Morrow. Tried to tool the block, couldn't. Gets it back. Goes right at Bailey, kept alive. Gabby Bailey attacks into the cross court. Morrow on the slide. Hands. And SFA again leads.
Good effort from Gabby Bailey. She read Morrow's shoulders, placed her hands over the net, but Bailey not able to get that left hand into the front. Watch Bailey, left of your screen. Her hands are gonna face, she's in the right placement, left, right here, but her ball's not facing in the court.
Gabby Bailey finds Kiera Thompson. Morrow worked underneath it. Morrow with a chance to end it, finds open sand. There's Thompson. Bailey responds right back.
Wow.
This is insanity.
These players are going to lose their voice at how much they're screaming. I'm here for it. This is such an intense flight. This duel, everything is so great right now.
This is Sunbelt Beach Volleyball. First year of the conference and a thriller here on day 2. 21 apiece. Morrow underneath it. Ogden looks for Morrow. There's Thompson. Thompson, open sand, and CFC leads again.
Thompson and Bailey looking so in sync, especially with these awkward rallies, the tight balls, doing really good job at pushing the ball back, making sure SFA is not able to slide and get the dig.
Thompson to serve. Ogden locates Morrow. Hard off hands. Look at Kiera Thompson. It was incredible. Give a lot of props, though, to that SFA program. They came in as the 8th seed, and they nearly took down the 2 seed. The young pairing of Madison Morrow and Hannah Ogden grew up this week. A huge performance from them.